Alright, so last time you kidnapped the cult boy while Sky. Yes, Sky. For a second there, I thought that wasn't her name. Oh my god.
Yeah, this guy's name actually changed in between episodes. Little known fact. It's
Uh,
now
This guy's name
Eddie
is Kim.
Hoppington Esquire the Third.
This guy's name is Kim. Kim's name is Sky.
Honestly, that's probably what I got mixed up, but whatever. Anyway, y'all kidnapped cult boy while Sky was off chasing her not girlfriend. Um, and you discovered from the cult boy that the followers of the new gods were not just something that occurred naturally. A man that the boy referred to as the Good Father had brought this religion over from Isole to the south and was currently residing in the mountain range between Kind Garden and Deze that Gawain called home. And Gawain took great offense to this, and y'all have apparently decided that y'all need to go find these cultists and kick their ass off of Jay's mountains.
Yes, my mountain specifically.
Yes, your mountain
Not
specifically.
Gawain's, mine.
And along the way, you have discovered, or at least it has been hinted at, that the three of you were kidnapped because you might be what y'all have thankfully termed Eclipse children, which is sort of the foundation of
You're welcome.
which is sort of the foundation of the Good Father's cult, is that he wants to find these Eclipse children and position them as new deities to replace the old ones. So, what you gonna do now?
Is it just like right after everything's happened?
Yeah, you basically just let the kid go. He's eating down in the pub.
Hmm. Well, how soon is it we can go talk to the princess, you think?
Uh,
You should probably give it a day.
Give it a day, yeah.
yeah, I don't know how pleased she would be to see Sky again so soon.
It's like, I don't want to leave that open-ended. I want to know.
So you can wait until the next day, and then we can say that you're gonna pop over to attempt to see the princess.
So what you guys want to do, or does anything something else you want to do?
Didn't you have more stuff that you wanted to sell? Like a lot of stuff that you wanted to sell.
Well,
That's true, we do still
look,
have
you
a lot of
mentioned
stuff to sell.
I
Yeah,
pinned
but
that,
like,
didn't I?
it exists in limbo. It's fine.
I mean, it pretty much literally exists in limbo.
Exactly.
This is true.
It's not going to deteriorate, is what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, it is pinned to the Discord.
Yeah, because you've
And
already gotten rid of the curtains. And I think that's it.
and realistically, we should keep this on hand so that we can sell it. Not here, not at the scene of the crime.
Hmm.
That's actually a good point.
The scene of the crime is a singed manor.
Do we actually know that it burned down 100%?
You do not.
Has anyone, gone back and checked?
Y'all have not.
Can we say Sky does that? Or is that going to be, a whole side quest kind of thing?
No, we can say you can go do that if you want to do that.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea to me.
Okay.
Just check and see what happened.
Um,
I mean, we do always return to the scene of the crime. That's how crime works according to TV shows.
um, so you go to the what the fuck did I call them? I named this thing.
Hillbender?
No, the Pearl Gardens. That's the neighborhood.
Oh,
Hellbender.
Um,
oh, that's true. Hellbender. I'm sorry.
and you go back to the Pearl Gardens, and you flash the princess's crests again, or whoever's crest. Someone got you a crest that got you in. That wasn't the princess. That was Yuka. Um, you
Yes.
flash their little paper again at the guard, who just sort of lets you in. Apparently, he is very bored and does not care. Um, and you make your way through, and you find that while the hedge wall is like half gone, the manor itself does not seem to be very damaged. There's a little bit of scorching along the roof and a corner of the house, but the house is made of stone, so it's not a huge deal. But there are quite a few guards, and these are not the private guards, these are the city guards
Mm-hmm.
going about their business there, and it looks like they're pulling furniture and things out of the manor, and they seem to be loading them into large barges out the back. They're carrying them towards the water. But yeah, there's just a lot of guards around. But the house itself does not appear to be irreparably damaged. It seems most of the fire was contained to the grass and the hedge wall.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep, yep.
This guy just kind of waves at them and continues on their way.
The guards just give you an odd look as you pass by. Just like, what?
Yeah, that's totally fair. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that was all I could think to do, at least. So now we
Cool.
have that information.
Yep,
Probably good.
maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
I don't know what you're going to do with that information, but whatever. So you return back to the inn, and y'all
Obviously, we're gonna get cannons, and we're gonna destroy it.
Hell yeah.
It's just what we're about.
destroying a perfectly good house in this economy? How dare you?
It's a rich person house. It's a
Yeah.
fucking mansion.
Yeah, that could fit at least 5 people. Just start a commune. It'll be fine.
That's fair.
Moonlighting has manners. So you return to the inn. Do y'all wait for the next day?
Yeah.
Might as
Go
well.
with that.
Okay. So next day rolls around, and you find yourself heading to the King's Hand district because there is no direct route to the Seabound Palace for security reasons, clearly. But you can ask around to see if you can find someone who is able to get you an audience with the princess.
All right, folks will look around.
Okay. Make a perception check.
What is my modifier? Damn it.
I don't know. What is your modifier?
2 billion.
Might as well be. Might as well be. 24.
Shit.
You've
Nice.
you managed to find Kanan speaking with Hijay, who was the woman who had been part of your escort company, is right outside the hall for the city guard and such.
All right, I approach Kanan.
Okay.
Hey,
And what do you say to him?
excuse me. You work with the princess, right?
He looks a little befuddled and says, "Not directly, no."
Right. Do you know where, or do you at least know where she is?
Hijay actually laughs and says, "Well, if she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, she's at the palace. But she hardly ever does what she's supposed to do, so."
What is she? Where does she go when she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing?
Hijay shrugs. Anywhere, really? In the city?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm realizing we may have had better luck asking Aya.
Yep.
Hijay shrugs. I'm not in charge of the princess. That's Lancel's job. He kind of sucks at it, but that's just because she's really good at batting her eyelashes at him.
All right. Well, do you mind if we check to see if she's for once in her life actually where she's supposed to be?
Mm, make a persuasion check.
Oh fuck.
Can I help?
Sure, Strider, do it with advantage.
Nice.
Oh shit, I need to grab my dice. Where's my dice?
I don't think that helped.
Oh no.
10.
God damn it.
I got a 6, so you're fine.
All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Botch, botch, botch.
That wasn't a total botch, at least. EJ looks like she wants to say no, but then also her face shifts and she looks very amused. And she's like, "Yeah, all right. This might be fun." And so she sort of jerks her thumb over her shoulder at the small boat she had used to come over to speak with Kanan and the rest of the city guard.
Like, that's where we have to go, or?
Yeah, that's the boat you have to get into.
Oh.
We get in.
Okay. She speaks with Kanan for a few minutes more and then gives a sort of half salute and starts walking towards you and gets in the boat and starts steering y'all towards the Seabound Palace.
What do we do with a drunk sailor? What do we do with a drunk sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Folks says, I don't know, but you're about to find out. And just pulls out the alchemy jug and starts making some beer with it.
Oh no. PJ laughs
I
and
didn't
says,
think my
"You know,
singing was
most of the
that
time
bad.
Y'all
EJ
are way
laughs.
too young for that.
EJ laughs and says, "Well, most of the time we just throw him in the lagoon to sober him up."
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess that would make sense, huh?
So she steers the boat until it reaches the dock, where it is roped off by a couple of other guards who look confused, but see that Hijay is with you and just sort of um, take it that she would not have brought you here if she thought you were a threat. And so you can.
Those guards are vastly overestimating us.
What, they.
Overestimating?
Yes, overestimating. We are not anywhere near being able to take on an entire palace full of guards.
You
Think
know.
for yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
would you
pal.
like to try?
You are not a god in this game, Strider. This is not 3.5e.
Damn it! I'm well aware of that.
So Hijay sort of leads you through the gardens into the palace and sort of once you reach the entranceway with the large atrium with the glass roof, she holds up her hand and says, "Wait here." And she calls two guards over to just sort of stand and watch you. She says, "I will see if she's in, or if I can find someone who might have better luck at finding her than me. Stay here. Don't do
Okay,
anything that makes me want to have to kick you out."
thank you for your help.
She sort of half salutes as she walks off into the palace. And it takes quite a while for her to come back with anyone. I would say a good 30 to 45 minutes. It's a big palace,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only like two royal family members that live there, so there you go. But she does actually come back with Kaire, who is dressed to leave the palace. She's sort of dressed in the way that you normally see her when she's out in the streets, and not in the way you saw her when she was in the throne room with her father. And by she returns with Kaire, I mean she literally has a hand on her collar and is marching her forward.
Hmm.
Sky waves.
Now, is that totally necessary?
Hijay just smirks and says, "I literally caught her climbing out the window. Yeah."
Ooh, that's fun.
Kaire just scowls at her.
Hi, Kyrie.
Hello.
"Hello.
So
What do you want?"
remember that favor?
"Yes."
Well, we may have a use for that.
She raises a brow inquisitively and smacks away at Hijay's hand, who does release her, but does not leave. And she says, "And what would that be?"
We have a situation that we need to take care of pretty far away.
"So you're leaving? A pity," she
Well,
says
Well,
sarcastically.
well, that's kind of the
I
problem.
mean, we did your dirty work.
We need help leaving.
This is true.
Kaire looks at you confusedly and then down at your legs. "Do your feet not work?"
No, I've just replaced them.
Listen, smartass.
"What help do you need leaving?"
Hmm, supplies, supplies, horses, all that fun stuff.
"Well, unfortunately, we're not really ones for horses here. Supplies I could probably do. But if you're looking for transport out of here, you're better off
Yes.
going by boat."
Boat works too.
Then we're looking for transport out of here.
She inhales and she sort of rubs at the crook of her elbow as she thinks.
Also, Your Highness, you owe me that story.
She looks at you and says, maybe, but not here.
Then where?
I'll get to that. And
Fair
she
enough.
hems and haws, and she says, I can probably get you free passage up.
Change.
Shut up. Up north to Ryoshi. But from there, you might be able to find yourself some horses and a cart. Or I can take you down to Genzai. It's your choice.
I need to look at the map for a second. Hang on.
Yeah,
Need
so
a
do I.
map.
I was about to
need the
say,
map.
pl-
I need the map.
I was about to say, please be aware that I did pin the map.
Yeah, you said Ryoshi and Genzai?
Ryoshi and Genzai, they are the two port cities that are to the north and the south of Okiai specifically.
Yeah.
Let me peep that.
On the one hand, that's very helpful, but on the other hand, that's kind of not where we're going.
Right. If you are looking to get to Kind Garden, that is the name. God damn. You would probably want to go to Ryoshi and from there move along the coast until you can head kind of south and east to Keiryu and hop the mountains there. Because Genzai is just going to put you farther away.
Sorry, so we're heading to Ryoshi and then following the coast.
Following the coast until you hit the mountains, and then you have to go south along the mountains until you hit Keiryu, which is going to be that mountain village at the
okay.
mouth of the river. And from
Okay.
there, there's going to be a mountain pass between Engan and Kind Garden. And that's probably going to be the easiest route for y'all.
That makes sense.
Or you can just cut straight through and go through the Forest of the First King in Kashi before getting to Keiryu. Your choice. One, you get a free boat. The other, you have to walk the whole way.
You said it was passage. You didn't say that we just got the boat.
Right. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh.
Free ride on a boat is what I meant.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
Gawain,
the best bet is going through Ryoshi, as much as I can want to go to the forest.
Gawain, this is your mountain. This is your mountain we're going to.
My mountain.
You want to take the long route or the short route?
Alright, so I just now pulled up a visual and I think my brain lost all the words.
Oh my god.
Okay, so north is where Ryoshi is. We'd be taking a boat around to go there. And then from there, we just cut through along the coast to the mountains, and then down to Keiryu.
And from there, there's a mountain pass that links the two nations.
Okay. Well,
Or we could go through the forest of the first king, then through to Kashi, and then travel across over to Keiryu.
me wants to go over mountains because I'm good at mountains. And I can
We are
do
going.
shit.
You
We're
have to go
going
through
through
the
We're
mountains
going to
anyway.
no
mountains
matter what.
either
I
way.
know, but I can have extra time to be cool. Forest of the forest of the what?
The
First
forest
king.
of the first king.
I mean, there sounds like there'll be some interesting shit there in in that kind of forest, so I'm okay
Along
with
the
that
coast,
too.
there's also the ruins of the first temple.
I mean, that just sounds like a secret
Yeah,
level
I think-
waiting to be cracked open.
I think Sky at this point would probably actually want to go through the forest just because there's the possibility of pirates, and they want to avoid that.
That's bad blood.
Yeah.
Considering you already
Well-
had to deal with pirates beforehand.
Yeah.
Folks also would is more tempted by that route because it's shorter as opposed to longer and safer.
Cutting straight across the country instead of going around on the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then what did we come here for?
Well, then we get to ask for something else.
Yeah. She said we could still get supplies, which may
Yeah.
not be in the form of like horses, but maybe she can.
Maybe we can get some nice weapons.
There's provisions.
Provisions, nice weapons. She might be able to write you a voucher for the next small place you come across that has horses. But because Okiai is such a water-based city, there's really not much of a use for horses.
There's not even a stable like on the end that's connected to the mainland.
No, because the only thing that's really connected to the mainland is the palace.
Ah, that makes sense.
And the only other thing that's connected to the actual mainland and not the islands is going to be the docks. And that's all about the boats anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, worst comes to worst, we can probably steal some horses.
Or you could ride Jay's goat.
Yeah.
I was about to look that up actually.
That
I do
is
have
a good point.
I
forgot
have a
about the
giant
goat.
that can probably carry a bunch of people.
I forgot that we got Jay's goat.
Just be aware that I think once you use it, I can't use it for like a long time. So I just keep that in mind.
Let me find the goat.
We may not be able to come back with it.
We'll be fine. Let's see. That's
What could
Ready.
possibly go wrong?
We'll just steal the cult. Well, no, the cultists are probably too fucking broke ass to have horses.
I don't know. The leaders of cults are generally pretty whatchamacallit?
loaded.
Loaded.
I know who we're robbing.
Oh hell yeah!
So the goat of travail becomes a giant goat for up to 3 hours. Once it has been used, you can't use it again until 30 days have passed.
Yeah, that's not too
Jesus.
bad.
But there is a goat of traveling, which can become a large goat with the same statistics as a riding horse. It has 24 charges in an hour, and each hour or portion thereof it spends in beast form costs 1 charge. While it has charges, you can use it as often as you wish. When it runs out of charges, it reverts back to a figurine and can't be used again until 7 days have passed.
Does it recharge as long as you're not using it, or
I guess so.
is it just the 7 days that have to pass?
I think it's just the 7 days it has to pass, because I don't think it gains back charges if it still has
I
them.
have it open right here.
Okay.
Let's see. Go to traveling. But can a
I mean,
large
that would be
goat
fairly
carry 3
slow,
people,
but
though?
it's possible.
Well, the goat doesn't necessarily have to carry us.
It
We
can
can
carry
maybe-
your shit.
Well,
Sure.
Pull a cart, I guess.
It can
exactly.
So I can use it for a day. Is a
Or
day
2
how long?
days if
Or t-
you cut it in half. But then you have to pull the cart yourself for 7 days. But 2 days out, you might be able to find a small hamlet that might have an actual horse that you can grab.
Yeah, we could also probably barter with a lot of shit we have for horses.
This is true.
It's true.
You do have some nice stuff that I'm pretty sure most hamlet folk have never seen in their lives.
Here, have some nice sheets that are worth more than all the money you've made in your entire life.
All right.
Yeah, capitalism's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
This is
All
why
right.
we have the barter system.
Well, in that case, though, all we need at that point is just supplies and provisions,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like we could stock up on a few aside from normal supplies. Kyrie, do you think you can hook us up with some extra supplies from, say, Yuka and Hinata's?
She looks at you like she's trying to.
The mercantile. The
No, she knows what you're talking about.
oh,
But she's like, why would you? The gears are turning in her head as she's trying to figure out what you would want from there. But she says, probably. I do like the boy there. He's very nice.
oh
Yeah, he is. Anyway. Awesome. Well, we got the goats there. Maybe there's something else that can help us out in our travels.
There's a possibility. I'd have to find it in my book.
Realistically, the best thing to have would be a second goat.
A second goat. God.
May I trade your magic items for a fine piece of steak?
Oh my god.
it's like give me all of the bacon and eggs you have.
So yeah, you've decided to use your favor to make Kairi take you on a shopping spree, is basically what you've decided to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And here I thought you were going to use it to get the house. Whatever.
Nah, we Roman.
I mean, we were initially planning on that, and then we found out that Jay's Mountains were getting attacked.
Well, they're not getting attacked.
No, they're being
Listen.
attacked, Megan.
It's more like you've got some squatters, but
They're
to be
being
fair, I'm pretty
attacked.
sure Gawain is
Listen.
also a squatter.
Listen, they're getting attacked, and they're Jay's Mountains, so we have to kill everyone. We have to do the murders, god damn it.
Exactly. Why else would I be a monk?
I don't know.
It's a very odd statement for me to say, but
Why else would I be a monk? Most monks don't punch things.
That's because most monks are wusses.
Damn.
I mean, probably.
Damn, get 'em.
Alright. So, Kairi and Hije accompany you back towards the Mercantile District. And you're looking for foodstuffs, I guess, and then... That's treasure. I don't want treasure. Foodstuffs and... I guess adventuring equipment? One sec. Let me find the proper book.
Goods and services.
Goods and services. Okay. Equipment. That's background. I don't need that. Here we go. Equipment. So let's see. You're looking for... Are you looking for potions and such as well, or...
I mean,
Potion-
yeah, why not?
Potion seller, I need your strongest potions.
Okay. Vehicles.
I mean, I guess we need those. I was just making a joke.
I mean, we might as fucking well.
What?
We've got
And-
a blank check,
We don't-
essentially.
And we don't really have and we don't have any other sources of healing, so. Well, Sky can do some minor healing magic, I know.
she can?
Yeah,
Doesn't Gawain also have a healing spell now?
very minor.
I don't think he picked
It is
up.
there.
Did you
Yeah.
not pick
Cast
up
Cure
the
Wounds
spirits
as a
of
bard.
whatever we call it?
Guardian spirits.
Let's go take a peek. I did. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Ugh.
Yeah,
What the
I
absolute fuck was that assault on my eardrums?
It was like a voice break, but the opposite direction.
yeah,
I am going to sue you
I have,
for emotional distress.
Christ,
yeah, I have the healing spirit now.
okay, that's what I thought. It's been a while.
I fill you with the Holy Spirit. Yes.
God, please don't. I just spent a weekend at a Catholic funeral.
And you send my eardrums to Satan.
That's what I'm here for, kids.
Okay, so we'll say that she gets you a comfortable meal. She gets you. Let me look at the map to see approximately how far the next major town is, which is Kashi. So, if each hexagon is approximately, we'll say, 2 days of travel. So that's 1, 2,
I think 7
3,
is the minimum between
4,
Okiai
5,
and Kashi.
6, 7. Yeah, 7. So we'll say she gets. Oh, I just. There we go.
Oh my god, we're relevant. It's Fortnite.
Oh my god.
What?
It's seven squares, 2 days of travel. It's 2 weeks. That's a fortnight.
Oh. Okay.
It was a joke, right?
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm being a dick. You're fine.
Crap, I lost it.
Sorry.
There it is. No, it's okay. She gets you comfortable meals for 7 days, 14 days worth of travel. So that's something for a breakfast, a small breakfast, a decent sized lunch, and then a small sized dinner. Comfortable meals. And she also uh, she gets you a couple of wine skins
Oh, nice.
of wine because you can't all this water and you can't buy a water bottle, you know, because it's all salt water. You don't want that. Um, and she
But Kyrie
does.
was salty enough.
She is very salty. Um, and she manages to get you a large tent that is enough to fit about 5 people comfortably. So it should fit the 3 of you plus Guinevere. Fine.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see.
A big ass tent.
Big ass tent. Because none of you have Liamon's tiny hut.
Or Daron's Instant Fortress.
Say again?
Or Daron's Instant Fortress.
Let's see. She also gets you. One sec. There's got to be more than just the regular healing potions in this damn book. Oh, I guess there's just regular potions of healing, and not scaled ones. Critical Role lied to me. How dare. She manages to get each of you 3 potions of healing, which will give you each 2d4 plus 2 hit points back.
What were you looking for exactly? Like before?
Well, I thought there would be more potent healing potions, like greater healing potions, superior healing potions, stuff like that.
Dungeon Master's Guide, page 188.
Bless! This is why we have Strider. I don't know what I'm doing.
Also, because we love them.
Well, yes, that's 2. Page one what? I'm sorry?
188.
Thank you.
The very tippy top. There's like the rarities and stuff.
Here we are. Yeah, okay. So instead of 3 regular healing potions, she gets you each 2 superior healing potions. Because she's a.
Is that each or one?
Each.
Or
Each.
okay.
So you have 6 superior healing potions, which do 8d4 plus 8.
Holy,
Yep.
Nice.
that's a lot.
That's a lot. Especially for little old squishy you.
Yeah. Then I
Was there
remembered that
anything else y'all
I
were
do have a
looking for
lot
in
of
particular?
HP.
She also gets you, since you were heading out and she doesn't know exactly where you're going, she gets you each a warm cloak.
Oh, that's nice of her.
Yeah.
That's nice.
She's like, I don't know where the fuck you're going, so I'm just gonna make sure you're covered.
It's probably a good thing to have.
She cares.
Especially since you're going to mountains.
Is that a specific thing in here, or is it just like a
What are you looking for, Jay?
like the cloak?
Is
Is that a specific item, or is it just like I can just manually put that in here?
Well, I think warm clothes are specifically a thing.
Clothes. No, it's common costume and fine.
I swear there is a thing. Services, trinkets, customization options. Bleh.
Not anything from what I can find, so.
Well, we'll just say that it gives you advantage on constitution checks when it gets really cold out.
Okay.
If you have to do a constitution check against, freezing to death.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I can think of off the top of my head that y'all might need. But if y'all have anything in particular you want, go ahead and tell me. Before we head over to Hinata and Yuka's and see if I can randomly pick something that you find on the shelves.
Well,
They just empty out their entire store.
Well, I could use,
is this just a general supply store?
This is just sort of like a general. Yeah, basically just a general store.
I
Plus,
kind of wanted to buy, like, let me see, what can I wear? Kind of wanted to, like, upgrade, like, some of my equipment, like weapons and armor and stuff.
Okay.
I think I have enough money to cover stuff like that. Let me see how much money.
Well, again,
that's right. She's paying for it. Sorry, I'm tired, y'all.
No, same.
I'm
honestly.
tired, y'all.
Like I knew that, but my brain was like, "Can
no.
I?" Yeah. Okay. Let me see what I can wear. I can do light and medium and all weapons. So I really wanted to get some weapons that could use some finesse weapons, so he can just not be a shooty boy if he needs to not be a shooty boy.
Let me
Like
see.
he's kind of got dick to do if his bow is gone.
Well, let's see. Finesse weapons.
It's like a short sword, a dagger.
A rapier is a finesse weapon, a scimitar, short sword, a whip.
Just whip everything.
It does slashing damage, what the hell?
It's weird, I know.
What would you think
Becoming
it does?
Catwoman.
I don't know.
I would have thought bludgeoning because it's a whip, but I guess it's kind of like
I
kind of
mean,
razor thin, so it's like
yeah, I guess
cutting.
you can technically cut people with a whip. That's just not like the first thing that would come to my mind.
It does. I've seen like wounds like in movies and stuff from people being whipped, and it's like cuts and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
This is a weird conversation.
Just a tad.
I think I want some kind of a sword.
A swad.
Yeah.
So that's word.
I feel like if he wasn't using his bow, he's still like used to using it two hands in combat, so maybe like two light weapons
Mm-hmm.
to dual wield with.
Daggers are both finesse and thrown. If you want to do that.
Yeah, I think Sky might get a dagger, actually, just in case.
Scimitars are light weapons if you want.
5e.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So are short swords.
let me just. I need to. Sorry, I need my own visual looking at this. It's just
Nah, it's fine.
sometimes it be like that. Okay. So yeah, scimitar, short sword. I feel like I'd go scimitar over a short sword because it does slashing damage. I could do dagger. I don't really need thrown. I can shoot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think two scimitars sounds good.
Okie dokie. And
I
you
would,
wanted to go ahead, Strider? Sorry.
I would like to stock up on maybe uh, some like storage supplies like vials, bottles, stuff like that.
Sure. Do.
And I'm gonna look at what armor would be good for this guy. I'm thinking upgrading his light armor because I've learned
Um,
medium armor is not good for dexterous folks.
so she gets you, uh, 3 vials, Strider.
3 vials.
3 vials and then 5, no, sorry, yeah. You wanted, just like empty vials?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, never mind. Then uh, she gets you a half dozen of those.
so 6.
6, yeah, sorry. So
And
double what I just said.
What's a 6?
the number that comes before 9.
And nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you can go ahead and have that dagger, Kim, if you wanted it.
Yes.
Cool.
Here's a bit of this is from a bit of a meta question. Trying to figure out what armor would be better. And I looked at his dex, and his dex is only 2. So he could go for like some really heavy medium armor and not lose, a
Heavy,
bonus. But if
heavy
his dex
medium
ever
armor.
goes up, huh?
Heavy medium armor.
Medium armor, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So you were looking for like scale mail or something like that?
Um, the best I could get is a breastplate that doesn't affect my stealth.
Right.
But the thing is, like, light armor doesn't have a dexterity cap, but, like, I can't level up his, words. What am I trying to say? I can't level up his ability scores until, like, level 8, so, like, it's not really gonna matter.
Breastplate is
Level 1.
still probably much better.
True, because at
You
3,
might you might as
yeah.
well take half plate anyway, because even at disadvantage, if I'm around, you're still gonna be fine in stealth.
True, you do have your hoodoo magic that makes stealth just freaking ridiculous.
It makes us the sneakiest boys.
Yeah,
But
Hey,
remember,
this
that
guy.
does only last an hour.
true. And we're about to be creeping up on some people.
Well, not for a while. You do have like 2 entire countries to cross.
True. But we're gonna go through
It's
a
fine.
forest. I feel like forests are just waiting to be stealthy sections.
I mean, I can do it twice now, so that's 2 hours that we can have it.
I mean, is at one point really worth me botching and tweaking this out?
You're gonna botch anyway.
Thanks.
Wow.
I that
I mean, it's a good point. If you're gonna botch, it doesn't really matter what you're adding to it.
I should rephrase
It's
it.
just a botch,
Someone is going to botch
and then
anyway.
everyone dies.
Someone is going to botch anyway. It doesn't necessarily
But what
have
if
to be you.
I roll good, but then I have to roll again and I fail?
Then the world ends.
I mean, it's your armor class. You do you.
We can't hear you, Strider.
You have gone 5,000 miles away.
Oh, what the fuck? Don't tell me it's doing that thing again.
What?
What?
Where's my output? Hello?
Nope.
Hello? I still
can't
sound
really.
distant.
You're a
Yeah.
little bit better, but not by a heck of a lot.
How about now?
Eh?
There was no difference on my end.
Damn it.
See, that one was good.
What, me yelling damn it?
Yes.
I'm guessing that just means I have to yell.
I guess so.
Quite
Yes.
possibly.
Be like it is.
I don't think it'd be like it is, but it do.
Um.
It
That's
just
how
had
it
to.
be on this bitch of an earth.
It just had to do it to you.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Don't you lucky Luciano at me.
Is that what that's called?
I think that's the guy's name.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a name.
I
He
thought he
doesn't.
was just the guy.
I just thought he was the dude in the pastel shirt and the stupid shorts.
Roxy. How you
I
doing?
mean, you know he had
Also-
to do it to us.
Also, how
Whoa!
am I loud enough or
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, you're good on my end.
okay? I just
I'm-
adjusted my input sensitivity.
I'm just gonna go with my gut, and my gut tells me to not give myself disadvantage.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna
Well.
get the breastplate, and that'll be good
Breastplate.
for a long time.
Hmm
It's fine. Go with your boob plate.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, cover up them dragon pecs.
I gotta protect these tibbies.
Tig old biddies.
Tig old biddies.
To be continued.
Alright. So you've got yourself some new armor.
Since swords.
And swords, and Kim's got a dagger now.
Do they have
Plus,
like pictures? Do they have like pictures and stuff that I could also use in case I use my alchemy to make like water or honey or booze?
pictures?
Pictures or some other kind of like decently sized container.
You can get a water skin. Would that be helpful?
Well, we already have the wineskins.
Right, but those are actually filled with wine.
And some empty things.
Is there anything bigger?
I'm looking.
You know, like a tankard or
We
something.
gonna have a party first night out.
I can make 4 gallons.
Hell yeah.
Oh, here we go. Jug or pitcher. Yeah, you can get one of those.
Cool. I'll take a jug.
Okay. You could also get a
Jug,
flask or
jug,
tankard,
jug,
but I think
jug,
the
jug,
pitcher is
jug,
bigger.
I'll take a flask as well, actually, for
Okay.
personal use.
Alright, so I need to update his stuff.
God.
Ooh, iron pot as well. That'd be also nice to make for cooking.
Hell yeah. Go get that pot.
Scimitars. There's scimitars, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you seeing an iron? Oh, there it is. Pot iron. Yeah, you can have one of those. Whatever.
And breastplate.
I am a
About to get
benevolent
fucked on a
DM.
pot.
Let's see.
I'm gonna keep the leather armor with me just in case.
Yep.
Armor and breastplate.
Uh,
Main hand weapon though.
One
You're
sec.
such a benevolent DM, then where can I buy fantasy weed, Meg?
probably an herbalist shop.
Yeah, that's a good point.
1 sec.
I know where we're going next.
God. I don't think the princess will buy you fantasy pot.
Why the fuck not? What does she have to lose?
My AC is so good now.
Nice.
Yeah.
16.
Man, mine is terrible.
I'll probably
Get
still
yourself
get hit a
some
lot.
mage armor, bitch.
It's okay.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen?
You die,
die again.
again.
Bards
Oh,
don't have
yeah,
any
well.
armor proficiency
Bards get light armor.
Bards
Yeah.
get light armor, apparently.
with
Yeah.
multi-classing though.
Hang on.
Yes, as far as I can tell. We should probably get some armor then.
There you go. You can get some light armor.
Okay, fine. Get some fucking armor. God.
Okay, so...
What's the kind of armor I can get? What should I get?
What's
No,
up?
no, thanks.
Let me...
I
Get
had that
to
open a
that
second
page.
ago.
Okay. Light armor. You can get padded leather or studded leather.
Studded leather's the best,
Padded leather gives you disadvantage on your stealth.
and money is not an objective here, so
Nope.
just might as well just get the
Yeah,
best
I'll
one.
go with studded leather armor.
Cool. Your armor class is now 12 plus your dexterity modifier. What was it to begin with?
Probably 10 plus.
No. What was it?
12 plus dexterity. Do I add my proficiency bonus?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
no, I don't.
Armor proficiency just means you can wear it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that actually do much for your AC?
It should raise it by 2.
I'm now at 13.
What were you before?
12.
Oh. Oh boy. A whole 1.
How?
I don't know.
Did you have some
It's
kind
been
of
months.
armor on
It has
before?
been months since I did this math. Alright? I don't remember what I did or didn't do, and I probably did it wrong.
Because I think unarmored is just 10 plus dex, isn't it?
It might be. I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
You
Yeah,
might
yes.
have an item? Does the robe of
Yeah.
stars boost it at all?
1 sec, let me look.
No, it does not.
What else do you have?
So yeah, I don't know. I just was doing it wrong, I guess.
Hey, little buddy. What you doing? You being cute? You want to sit on my lap?
Will he eat you still?
He's playing with my drawstrings right now.
Okay.
He's so big now.
Alright. Anything else before we head off to the magic shop and I have to figure out what the fuck you're gonna find?
I think that's the only regular equipment I can think of I'd want.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that Sky needs.
I don't know if I can use anything else.
Yeah.
Alright.
Armor's not really a thing for you, nor is weaponry.
Yeah, no. Monks don't get to use armor unless they're a specific kind of monk, I think.
Nope.
Like, I feel like you could use it, but like it just doesn't do any good.
Even like the heaviest armor just doesn't help me at all. My armor class is too high now.
Well, what is it
Damn.
now?
16.
Cool, with buddies.
What the fuck?
I had my wisdom.
Yeah, mine went up by 3 points, so like I'm excited to actually be able to feel comfortable getting into the shit now.
I'm comfortable and impervious to most forms of harm.
Oh my god.
And I got swords, and I want to get into a sword fight.
Why do you want to get into a sword fight?
You made it
I just
look so
bought
much fun.
swords. He ran away from me
Oh.
and knocked my shit off the bed.
I love him. I would die for this cat. I would die for all cats. And pets in general.
Honestly, same though.
Pets are very
They are very good.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Dual wielding is just a thing you can do in general with light weapons, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Alright, so you head on over to the Riverstone Mercantile. Arms just loaded with crap. Well, no, I'm sure you've shoved all of your stuff into the bag of holding, so.
As much
Yep.
as fit in there, yeah.
Well, yeah. Most things are going to fit in there. I think the only things I probably wouldn't might be Gawain's armor.
I figured he'd just
Yeah,
put
and
that
I mean,
on.
I assume we're like putting the armor on
Yeah.
the second we get it. So.
Yeah.
Apparently it takes him 5 minutes to don his armor, by the way.
I meant his old armor, though. Because
Oh.
you said you wanted to hang on
I
to
mean, it's
that.
just a piece of leather. You just shove that shit in
Yeah.
there.
It's like a jacket. You could actually fold that up, probably.
Alright. Don't ask me why I'm doing the wedding march. So you pop on over, and once again, Hinata's at the counter. And he goes to greet you, and then he recognizes that you have the princess with you, and he
Skywaves.
takes a step back and almost like trips. He's just like flabbergasted, which is unusual for him. Normally he's pretty chatty. So go ahead and all of you roll perception checks for me, and I will see.
Yeah,
the
because this always goes well.
We'll see what the fuck you find.
Oh boy. Time to botch it.
I got an 11.
Hell yeah.
That's not terrible.
Could be a hell of a lot better, though.
There's my friend.
Could be a hell of a
Probably.
lot worse.
Listen, I like to look on the bright side of
Let
things.
me see what's his perception.
Christ.
It is plus. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's a 15 plus 5, so 20.
Holy shit.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, he's good at that.
Okay. So Kim,
Yes.
Sky finds a book that has, you know, that Leonardo da Vinci man with his arms spread and the sketch of the human body thingamajigger.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sure it has a name. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, no, I get what you're going for.
It has that on the front cover, and it's a very dark leather. So that is a manual of bodily health, which if you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your constitution score increases by 2. As does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic but regains it in a century.
So it was spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days to gain what bonus to Constitution?
2
Plus 2.
plus 2.
Not
Which means
bad.
your health would go up.
That's true.
What did you get, Strider? I know Jay got 20.
I got 21 because I rolled a 15 as well.
Nice. Let me find some good shit then.
It leaves you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm not
What?
gonna acknowledge your shitty joke.
I'm actually asking, like, why is it leaving you?
Oh, I thought you said it's leaving you.
No. Well, not intentionally, but no.
Because fall doesn't last for like 2 weeks here, and then winter just starts.
Because here's the unfortunate thing, guys, and why it's taken me so damn long. I accidentally gave Kim a very rare item with
That's true, you did.
her 11 rolls, and now I feel like I have to find y'all something even better with your higher rolls.
I need the God Slayer.
No.
Lets me kill gods.
We had a God Slayer in the 3.5 game and it killed 0 gods.
I need the win button.
Christ.
It's just a Staples button, but instead it says win.
Christ.
And if you press it, you just win the campaign.
But my story.
Oh.
Fuck your story.
I am.
Don't mean it. I love you.
Well, while this is going on, I am reblogging very powerful lesbian energies.
Hi, what? Yes, I'm here.
They're here to energize you all.
Nice. Dear God Almighty, why did I do this to myself? A question, Strider.
Yeah?
You don't have to be a magic user to use like a rod or a staff or a wand, do you?
It'll say,
They'll
like,
say like requires a certain class.
requires attunement by spellcaster or requires attunement by whatever.
Yeah, a lot of these staffs do.
Or sometimes they're specific, like it was specifically like wizard or cleric or something.
Like, Staff of Withering, for example, says requires attunement by cleric, druid, or warlock.
Right, okay. Okay. The wands don't say that, though, so that's nice at least.
Do they not? Really?
Well, some of them don't. Like the Wand of Fear does not.
Yeah, but its effect isn't inherently magical. It's just kind of like it causes an ailment, I think.
Yeah. Christ, I feel bad.
I'm sorry, I blame myself for this as well, because Monk is just really hard to find items for, huh?
Well, I found something that might be cool, like aesthetically at least, but I don't know if you'd want it. And also, it's uncommon versus Kim's very rare. Christ, I did this to myself.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Gawain finds a necklace of fireballs. Fuck it.
Oh.
I don't know. I just picked something, and I think he'd like to throw fire.
Oh. Oh. Well. Gosh. I didn't even know we were talking
That
about
was
me right
very
now.
fast.
I'm glad you've thought really long and hard about me. And
No, I'm sorry. I said
curated
Gawain.
specifically for my character.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I meant folks. I meant folks. I'm sorry.
Right, I should have known if you're talking to me, you'd have just called me Jay.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
Necklace
It's okay.
of fireballs, you say?
Necklace of
Meg,
fireballs.
Meg,
Does that
Meg,
sound
are
something
you doing okay?
No. I'm never okay.
Fireballs. Yum.
What's
Fireballs.
wrong? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'm okay. I'm just loopy.
Yeah,
You want a
it's
hug?
fine. It's neat.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm actually fine. I'm just
No, I know. I know.
thank you though.
Let's see.
Can I have a hug anyway?
Yeah, sure.
Huge one.
I will hug you
Thank you.
over the internet.
Thank you.
Alright, so how many
Means a
beads
lot
are
to
on
me.
the fireball necklace?
1d6 plus 3. Where's my d6? You have 5. So almost.
Surprising no
That's a
one.
lot.
I'm sorry. Ah,
1d6 plus 3. She rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
The
Stupid
mood
D4.
tonight. Shit happens.
Yep.
I can't spell necklace, apparently.
It's fine.
Necklace.
I spelled it with an S instead of a C.
Necklace.
S.
And Jay, I have something for Gawain that I think is actually, considering the turn the story has took, is probably good for a story beat. So I'm gonna pick it.
Okay.
You find an oath bow.
I was feeling it in my heart. I was like, what if she gives me the oath bow? And she's gonna give me the oath bow.
I can't resist the possible story beats.
It is good. Why
What the hell's a story?
why it's funny is that's something I threw at one of my players a couple weeks ago. But I had no good story reason. I was just like, you did good. So you get this thing.
Yep. You're gonna get the oath bow, which I'm gonna read for the sake of listeners.
Hell yeah.
When you knock an arrow on this bow, it whispers in Elvish, "Swift death to my enemies." When you use this weapon to make a ranged attack, you can, as a command phrase, say, "Swift death to you who have wronged me." The target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until dawn 7 days later. You can have only one such sworn enemy at a time. When your sworn enemy dies, you can choose a new one after the next dawn. When you make a ranged attack roll with this weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll. In addition, your target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to long range. If the attack hits, your sworn enemy gains an extra 3d6 piercing damage. While your sworn enemy lives, you have disadvantage on attack rolls with all other weapons. Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Nice.
I also enjoy these dramatic implications and will do my best to fulfill them.
Yep. So, Folks gets to blow shit up, and Gawain gets a
I get to
Cool
blow
ass
somebody's head off with an arrow.
basically.
I get to blow
This guy
one
just
person.
gets the health real good.
I get to blow one person up at best.
You get to blow up 5
I can use
individuals.
multiple to increase the power of it.
Mm.
I was
Does it
thinking
restore,
about
or
giving
is
you.
it just like a thing? It goes away.
It just goes away. You don't get them back. It's not like the Robo Stars or anything.
Can you like go out into the wild and just find someone else that has one and steal their beads?
I mean, maybe.
Or just steal their necklace.
Just steal some beads.
Just steal the beads. Nah, that's more metal. Roxy,
was-
what are you doing, child?
I was thinking about giving you the wind fan, Strider, but I wasn't sure if that was something you'd be interested in.
The what?
The wind fan. While holding this fan, you can use an action to cast the Gust of Wind spell save DC 13, from it. Once used, the fan shouldn't be used again until the next dawn. Each time it is used again before then, it has a cumulative 20% chance of not working and tearing into a useless non-magical tatters. I just like the aesthetic of a monk using a war fan.
Monk?
Call it the monk.
Monk. Monk.
Shut up.
Okay.
I will stop being a benevolent DM.
Everyone shut the fuck up right now.
We love you, Megan.
Also, if you want to know why I was being like, Kat, what the fuck are you doing? I have a small rectangular box here that I roll the dice in. He was like, I want to try to fit my entire head and body in there. And he was flipped upside down trying to get in here. And I'm like, what are you doing?
If it fits, I sits.
Well, he didn't fit. He went head first. Dumby.
Oh, I thought I could use the wind fan for, like, boat sailing, but it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, just a minute.
Don't you bite me.
I could have possibly given you, like, a ring of air elemental, but that's legendary, and I'm not giving you that good of shit.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Mm.
We'll
It's
get
fine.
there one day.
I find it funny that I have the least permanent effects out of anyone here.
Well, I can give you something else, too, if you want. Right?
It's fine. You spent like 20 minutes looking for something for me. It's fine.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey. Stop. Ah!
What was that?
My cat decided he was just like, I don't want you touching me. He flipped out.
I feel like that's a good note to just end our recordings on. Just 20 minutes of near silence.
With me just apologizing every so often, and all of a sudden, Gah!
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He's just been freaking ape shit on me. And just like, no, don't touch me.
That's not gonna do.
Flipping through the air and all kinds of shit.
You know,
Yeah, without a care in the world, like an eagle.
Strider, because I feel bad, I'm also going to give you a ring of resistance against poison damage.
That's a nice one. Let me add my special bow in here.
Yep, your bow.
Me bow.
Your bow. I thought about giving you a ring of animal influence, Jay, but then it was like, no, that's a little bit,
I already
What
can
is the word?
influence an animal. And
What
I
is
also
the
have a
word?
spell that helps me do that. It's just a little just kind of...
yeah, no, it's this basically
Slightly
lets
redundant.
redundant. That is the word I was looking for. No, it's basically you can do animal friendship, fear, or speak with animals.
Yeah. I already have it as a
So.
spell. Never got to use it. It's just not come up yet. But one day. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. All right. So Kim now has, or Sky now has more, or can have more hit points. Jay's got a
Yeah,
fun
so
bow.
everyone give me like 3 days before we head out.
You
You could just-
read on the road.
Yeah.
We are going to get interrupted every 2 minutes when we're on the road.
Let me fight them.
Let
You
me
can
fight
sit
them.
on Gawain's
Yeah, alright,
shoulders.
fine.
You can just sit on Gawain's shoulders and read
There you
while
go.
they do all the fighting.
Or on the goat's back.
Sure,
Or
that's
on the
not
goat's
like a little bit ridiculous for him to hold someone that's like almost his size on his shoulders.
Yeah, well, Sky's a skinny kid. They're a noodle.
Noodle,
This is true.
noodle child.
Noodle child.
These drains not that great though.
Alright. So you are decked out in all the things you could need on a road trip. And Kaire also gives you a letter which with you can hand off to a stable master in the next hamlet or the next larger town, whether that's Kashi or whatever, in order to get yourselves some riding horses.
Nice.
So do you leave?
Wait, can we make sure that we also get like a carriage with that?
Do you want a carriage? Do you need one?
It seems like a good idea to have one.
You gonna take a
I think we had mentioned wanting one.
It's not a carriage, a cart at best.
A cart.
Or at worst, at least. Something.
Yeah, I don't think a cart can carry people. That would be just good for carrying stuff.
Well, you can use it like a horse and cart. A horse and cart usually does come with like a seat in the front, and you could sit in the back if you want like a hay ride. If you want to do that instead of riding horses. I don't care. It's up to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Carriage.
I mean, yeah, carriage.
Wagon sort of thing. Okay.
Wagon, yes.
Because a carriage is something very specific, which is a wagon, which
Listen,
can.
we're going on the Oregon Trail, alright?
The Oregon Trail had covered wagons,
Okay,
not carriages.
fine. I
Shown.
don't care.
Alright.
We're just
Instead
going
of
on the Oregon Trail. We're all gonna die of dysentery. It's fine.
going on the Oki Trail.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, so instead of 3 riding horses, you can get yourself 2 draft horses and a wagon of some kind, whatever they have available.
Yes.
So do you decide to leave that day, or are you going to wait until spend one more night in the warm, comfy inn before you're stuck in a tent for the next God knows how long?
Yeah, I say we give it one more day. Because Sky needs answers, and they also need to say goodbye. Not.
Aww, that's sweet.
Alright, so you can pull the princess aside away from Hije, who is still conversing with Yuka and Hinata. Will say that you stepped right outside the door.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to her?
Seems like now's as good a time as any, doesn't it?
She takes a look around, making sure there's no one important nearby. And she looks a little ashamed and she says, "My father was different from the folks that came before in our family. He only ever loved one woman, and that was my mother. But my mother was not from Oki in the same sense that he was from Oki. My mother was some sort of merfolk. I don't know what exactly. I've never met her. But that woman I was speaking to out in the water was one of her people. She told me about my mother because my father would not.
Well,
When I feel trapped on the land, I will go and speak with her. And it makes me feel more like myself.
that makes sense.
People do not know what my mother was. And it is probably best that they don't find out.
Oh, yeah, no, your secret's safe with me.
Good.
I'm not telling you.
Because if it wasn't, I'd have to kill you.
I mean, yeah, I know. I'm not that stupid.
Happy now?
Yes.
She sort of gives a deep inhale. And she looks like she feels a bit better about things. Knowing that you did not think any less of her, or at least did not appear to think any less of her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sky does not, how you say, give fuck.
Was Gawain and folks with you?
I don't believe so. I don't believe they came out with Sky.
Did y'all come out with her?
Well, as far as Gwen was aware, this was a thing, the meeting she needed to have by herself. So,
Alright.
I would say he didn't.
Folks snuck around them.
So folks was eavesdropping?
Yes.
Well, wish I had known that. I would have made you roll a stealth check.
I'll roll it now.
Alright, do it.
He's got to sneak away.
Shit.
Did you botch?
I botched.
At
Well,
least she'll still like me.
Okay. So are we rolling perception checks now, or?
Perception, yeah.
Okay.
1 sec, I gotta pull up Kaire's sheet. God. Well, I don't think they noticed you.
Oh, hi folks.
NPC
Folks
sheet.
botched, right?
Depends on how hard they botched.
oh, let's see. I don't have my thing active, so that is 7.
Oh god.
Hey, sweetie.
I could have made that 17. You still wouldn't have seen me.
Kaire's passive perception is 12, so... Well, actually she rolled a nat 1, so... So Kaire didn't see you.
I don't think Sky would say anything.
Kairi was a little too focused on the fact that they were, she was spilling probably her biggest secret to Sky. So, I guess you're good.
I'm not even doing like a really good attempt at hiding. It's just like I'm just kind of standing there, just like oh, I thought.
You're just like
You're
barely
doing.
ducked around the. You're
You're
ducked around
You're
the
doing.
just
corner.
standing in the fucking
You're
doorway.
doing the chopper hiding.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Or you're doing the Obito thing where
Chop-
you're mostly hiding but your butt's sticking out.
Chopper, when he goes to hide when he's embarrassed, he gets it backwards and he like gets really close up against the thing, but just lays against it where everyone can see him. Like he's hiding.
That's adorable.
Amazing.
One Piece is good, kids. Watch it.
But yeah, I think Sky tries to go in for a hug. I don't know how Kairi would respond to that. If she would just kind of accept it, or if she would be like, "No, get the fuck away from me."
She'll accept the hug. She kind of does the awkward back pat thing, but she'll accept it.
That's beautiful.
She's just kind of like, "What is my life? How is this happening? How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes."
It's fine. It's fine. Well, we should probably get back in there. Don't want to seem too suspicious.
Yeah, probably. I think I still have to pay for your shit.
Yeah. Thanks for that, by the way. After you, Your Highness.
She looks like she wants to flip you off, but decides against it because she's too lazy.
This guy's got the biggest shit-eating grin.
So she goes back in and says, "Do you want anything else?"
No, I think we're good.
Alright, well, if I don't see you again, good luck. I prefer you didn't die. Although if you never come back, I guess I'll never know.
If we do, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Yeah, you too.
I hope you don't die. That would suck.
I have no plans on it.
I mean, we don't plan on it either, but, you know, that's just how stuff goes sometimes.
Yes, but I also have a palace surrounded by guards. You will not.
Yeah, but, you know, there's that whole, like, cult of new gods thing that's happening, and that's normally not a good thing.
She rolls her eyes at it.
Yeah, you roll your eyes now.
Well, they haven't come for me yet.
Yet. But you never know. So, stay safe.
Foreshadowing.
You too.
Just hear folks from around the corner say, "You should always keep your eyes open." I'm gonna play it off like I'm just walking in here.
Walking in from where?
From the corner I was hiding, that seems to.
This guy just gives folks a look.
Guinevere just sort of tilts her head.
Guinevere?
Oh, we're there?
Well, they're back inside now.
Yeah, we went back in.
Ow! Okay.
She just
Sorry.
sort of tilts her head like. So, you can stay a little longer. You can leave. Kaido's gonna stay and pay for your shit and flirt with Hinata until Hije drags her back to the palace.
Amazing.
Yep.
Oh, Gawain is super ready to hit the road.
You're still doing the one more night in the
One more night in the inn
inn. Get one
because
last good
Sky
scrubbing
wants to
in.
go visit Kalanave
That
and
is
say goodbye.
correct. Do you want to do that in the morning or do you want to do that now?
Probably best to do it now.
Okay. So it's easy enough to catch the ferry boat over to the Temple Island. You've been here for
Are
a
the other
while
two
now.
coming with, or is this a Sky solo mission?
I don't know. Are y'all going with?
Folks is not coming with on this one.
I will go, but I'm not going to be sneaky about it. I'm just going.
Okay. So folks can head back to the inn with the goodies. Um,
Folks will be prepping everything for the trip.
okay. Uh, it's easy enough for y'all to hop the ferry over. You've been here for a while. You sort of know how the public transit works around here.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, you make your way over to the temple. Um, it's the doors are open. It appears that there are a few just civilian folks in having their daily prayers. There's not like a service going on or anything. It's just sort of people are coming in and having their moment of
Just
peace.
people praying.
Yeah. Um, it's easy enough for you to flag down one of the other sisters and ask where Pelinavin is, and they point you out into the garden where you find her replanting a lot of the plants and flowers that had been damaged from their incidents with the Hellhound. Um, and she perks up when she sees you and she says, oh, it's been a while. How are you? You
I'm
look like
good.
you've been
How are
roughed
you?
up. Oh, I've been keeping busy. Things to replant, paths to
How's that
repave.
going?
Oh, yes, very well. Some flowers that were not in season when I originally planted the garden were in season, so I got to plant some of those. Those are really nice. I like their purple color.
Like they're what? I'm sorry.
Purple color. She's planted a couple of almost lily-like flowers that are a
Mm.
sort of a pale lavender that's sort of uh, lighten into a white at the very tips of their petals. They're very pretty.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Thank you. I quite like them. Did you need something? Were you in? Did you need help?
No, nothing like that. I just, this guy kind of looks down. I just wanted to say goodbye because it's me and the other two are going to be going on a trip for a little while.
Oh, she looks disappointed. Well, um, good luck, and I hope Liha watches over you and keeps you safe. Will you be gone terribly long?
I, I don't really know. I certainly hope not. But
Well, I will definitely be here when you come back. So when you do, come come say hi. Okay?
I will.
And she does a little nod and she gets up from where she had been kneeling in the dirt and she sort of dusts her hands off and she looks like she wants to go in for a hug but doesn't quite know if that's okay or not.
Sky just immediately wraps her arms around her.
Oh, she squeezes you a little bit and she is about half a head shorter than you, so she sort of rests her forehead on your shoulder.
Fantastic.
Yes. and there's no awkward patting like with Kyrie. Um, but she does eventually pull back and says, I wish you all well, and I hope wherever you're going, and whatever task you must complete, that it comes to fruition in the way that you hope.
Thank you. I hope that you will be well while we are gone. And after, obviously, but
I will I will endeavor to. Oh,
I gives her like one last squeeze hug, and then let's go.
and then she turns and uh, offers a hug to Gawain as well, if he would take it.
Oh, he looks he looks very flustered by this. Like, oh, people don't usually pay attention to me, but like, he's into it.
She also gives you a hug. It's a little difficult. Her since you're a big dragonborn fella instead of the twig that is Sky, so
Yeah.
she can't quite wrap her arms all the way around you, but it's the thought that counts.
He just kind of pats her on the head.
And she gives scritches to Guinevere because I assume Guinevere came with you.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Guinevere's parents are right there.
Basically.
So do you leave after that?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I definitely try not to cry.
Aww.
Oh.
Pelinavan just sort of watches you go for a while before going back to her gardening. With a little less enthusiasm than she had before.
Wayne's like really touched. He's got like the hands over his heart and like walking like, oh my goodness.
I did not hear that. Say that again?
Neither
He's
did
just
I.
like, oh my goodness. He's got like his hands like crossed over his heart. It's like probably one of the most emotionally tender moments he's really ever been in.
Pelinavan is a darling, and I love her.
God save.
I love my little drow cleric baby. So you head on back, and folks has been preparing things while they were gone. Yes,
Yep.
Strider? All right. What sort of preparations have you been doing?
Just like where we're starting from, and like, well, I can't really get horses and wagons from here for whatever reason. So there's really not much I had to do at that point, really.
Basically, just shove it into the bag of holding for now and pray with everything else.
Basically.
I just started watching the clouds for a little while.
One looked like a fish. The other looked like Kyrie flipping you off for spending so much of her money. Kidding. Not about a fish, though.
I give a laugh as I think about that. She's like, ha, I spent a ton of her money.
Technically, you spent a ton of the taxpayers' money, but whatever.
That's not me. So
So, you have one last good long night of rest at the inn. And I assume the next morning you say your farewells to Aya.
He's
We're out of
very
here.
ready to get rid of us.
We're finally out of your hair. You're not gonna have to deal with us anymore.
Oh, thank God. Although, you did make life at least a little interesting. I'll give you that.
You need to have more adventurers around, or at least ones as good as us.
She gives you a look and says, "No, I don't."
How much would it cost to keep those rooms open for about a month?
About a month?
Yes.
It's like,
Specifically, I'm asking because Sky basically offered them to the cult boy,
that's the monster manual. That's not what I need.
and they do not seem to have any money whatsoever.
No, not really.
So,
Or at least if the cult has money, the boyo does not get any of
yeah.
it. What am I looking at? Okay. Wait. I saw that. Where was it? Lifestyle expenses. Lodging. This is going to be a modest inn.
Mm-hmm.
Which is supposed to be 5 silver pieces per day. Times that by how many ever days I put. 4 weeks times 7 days is
That would be 28 by 5.
28 by 5.
28 by 5 silver,
Silver, yeah.
which would then translate to
It's
140.
10 silver per gold.
140, 14 gold.
14 gold,
14 gold. Alright, yeah. Sky will pay that.
yeah. Okay.
Someone please double check because I did that in my head.
Yeah, one sec. Let me put
Yeah,
my...
no, that's what it is. Cool. Just wanted to make sure that was done. Because I'm apparently more proactive and thoughtful as Sky than I am in my real life.
She is just an extension of you.
A fancy element. You get to be who you are.
You get to be who you want to be. Alright. So you pay that.
We can have friends.
What are we? Chopped liver?
Thank you. I like liver. Liver is delicious.
To be fair, I think I've had like pate once in Italy on a crostini. So I don't even remember what it tasted like.
You said a lot of words that I did not understand.
Pate is a liver paste, and it was on a... not a crostini. That's not the word I'm looking for. I don't know the word I'm looking for off the top of my head. Fuck it. Never mind. Moving on.
Tragically beautiful.
It's 10:30. I've been up since 6:30. Leave me alone.
Alright, well, that's the end of the episode. Good job, everyone.
The way you leave is that you make your way out, back, behind the ends, along that path you took initially to get to where you had fought the hags, but instead of going straight, you sort of curve around and follow a secondary path along the back of the Docklands district, and you just keep following it. And eventually you pass, you sort of climb up onto this cliffside, and you look down and you see the entirety of Okiai and the large lagoon that it's situated in, and you see the palace, and you can see the bell tower of Laiha's temple, and if you look behind you, you can see the lighthouse of the Temple of the Guiding Light, and the vast, endless ocean that Engan loves so much. And you continue on, and it's once you get past the sort of cliff sides that sort of surround the lagoon, it's mostly just flat grasslands. There's a few low rolling hills, none more than maybe 10 feet up. and it's fairly easy travel. I'm trying to remember what time of the year I put y'all at. Nope, that is the wrong thing. Cancel that. What time of year did I put y'all at? I think I put you in summer.
Yeah, I want to say it was summer or spring.
There it is. I gotta find. Luckily, I put a frickin' festival. Yeah, so it is the middle of Oreste, which is one of that is late spring. Uh, Pieros is the first.
I was right.
Yeah, so that's late
Yeah.
spring. Uh, so it's good traveling weather. Pretty balmy. Uh, it's a lot of sunshine. And the farther away you get from the ocean, the fewer clouds there are. Um, you spend the entire first day traveling, and you can still, uh, until you can, by the time you reach nightfall, uh, you can just barely see the light of the lighthouse when it passes, uh, when it turns towards the land. Um, do you want to go a little farther into the night, or are you gonna set up camp?
Hmm. Yeah.
I honestly vote we go a little bit further.
All right.
That may be the stupid thing to do, but
I was gonna say, if you do, I need you to roll Constitution saves against exhaustion.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not
Or
really a
fatigue,
need
whatever
to
it's called.
push ourselves if we
Yeah,
don't have
especially when you have to read that book for the next couple of days.
yeah, that's true.
All right. So, whoever wants to look for a camping spot can go ahead and roll perception for me.
Wants to look for what? I'm
A
sorry.
camping spot to camp.
I feel like
Place
that's
to
the
set up.
I
thing.
will leave that to the other two.
The
I feel
perception.
I feel like
Perception of
that's
you
a
folks.
thing Gawain would be good. I don't think he has anything for finding camping. Let me see. He has
Maybe
weird survival
survival.
stuff.
If you want to do that instead of perception, you can do that.
Um, I mean, I think the number is the same for him. I don't think it really matters.
Either or, then.
Yeah, because he doesn't get any bonuses unless it's a mountainous terrain.
Nope, and this is hilly at best.
Yeah, this is. He will remember this area for the rest of his life, apparently.
Okay.
And he can always find food and fresh water for everyone every day.
Well, that's nice, but
Provided that there is food. That's just is all he gives you, though. Alright, let me try to roll a thingy. I gotta find my stuff. I had to hide the dice from the fucking cat.
he want the snack.
Give him dice. Give him dice. Give him dice.
That's not all my
Who knows?
dice.
He might even roll better than you.
Hey.
Oh god.
Savage.
That's a 16.
Okay. So just sort of off this, not quite a main road, but it's sort of this area between the hills where you've been following this sort of uh, beaten path, I suppose. It's not quite like a paved road or anything, but it's just sort of where you see a lot of the tire tracks and the dirt is more packed. And you see just off a ways, about 30-ish feet from the road, there's a sort of small collection of hills that make this mini valley between them. There's like 3 of these hills. that sort of would shield you mostly from wind and would give you a little bit of cover should people be coming up or down the roads.
Mm-hmm. Well, this spot is as good as any. Someone want to help me set this tent up?
Sure.
Sky would do more harm than good.
So you managed to set up the tent, and it is a fairly nice tent. It's very spacious. It's got tarp on both the bottoms and around the top, and it's sort of a dome, not really a triangle, but more like an igloo, I guess, made of tarp and fabric. So you managed to set it up, and it's got a little flap that goes over the entrance for like if it's raining. You set that up, and you pull out your bedrolls, which at the very least make it so you're not sleeping on pebbles and shit.
Mm.
But they're not like mattresses or anything.
Yeah.
And you eat your evening meal, which is these sort of sourdough bread rolls, and you've got some pretty good jerky, all things considered, and a couple of slices of hard, sharp cheddar cheese. Do you decide to do watches through the night, or are you just gonna sleep?
Well,
I think it would be wise.
sleep or do the other thing.
Watching, having someone just going in shifts at least.
Yeah, we should probably do watch.
Folks will take first watch and use dark vision to make it so they can see better.
So, folks takes the first watch.
Yeah. It is like nighttime, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably around 9-ish, maybe 10 in the evening. The stars are out. The moon is a waxing crescent. There's not very many clouds in the sky, so the moon, despite being fairly small, does give you a little bit of light. Not a heck of a lot, but a little bit. So go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That is 19.
Okay. So your watch passes fairly uneventfully. You sit underneath the rain flap and just sort of keep an eye out on the hills beyond the road and the road itself. Nothing really happens. You see some deer make their way across the plains heading to the east. You see an owl swoop down and catch a vole of some kind. But nothing of interest, nothing that would cause you any danger. And so your watch passes, and who is next?
Yes, whoever they decide to wake up.
Alright. Pick someone, Strider, who you're waking up.
Hmm.
I feel like I should say, if it isn't obvious, Sky is not a good choice to take watch.
Well, you're
Gawain.
gonna have to do it at some point.
But is everyone's getting a turn though?
Gawain.
Right.
Uh,
He's easy to wake up, so it's not to work too hard.
I just
Dragonborns have night vision, I believe, don't they? Or
No.
am I
no.
wrong? No? Okay.
No.
Then your watch is unfortunately at disadvantage.
Let me check something about my kitty cat. Dun, 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 dun. Let me go to the right drive. Panther.text. Okay. Well, it doesn't say anything about her having dark vision. I guess if she did, it would. Well, you may have not copied that on here, though. I don't know.
If cats don't, I find that really weird.
Hold on. Quick Google will tell me. Panther 5e. Attributes, they have. No dark vision.
That's dumb. Why don't they have dark vision?
Just give her dark vision anyway. Fucking homebrew it.
I
mean,
just might.
I'll leave that up
It's-
to you. I'm not gonna, say one way or the other. It's just how it is.
I'm gonna say give her dark vision because that's bullcrap that she doesn't have it.
Right?
I mean, she's a frickin' panther.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah,
So
go ahead and
I'll roll for both of us. Mine's disadvantage.
Your disadvantage, hers is not.
Okay, so I'll do mine first, or Gwen's first.
Okie dokie.
10. Nat 20. So that's 10. 15 for him. And she got a crit fail.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
She does not understand the point of watch, so she just kind of plops her head in your lap and falls back asleep. She's like, meh.
Love that cat.
You said you got a 15?
Mm-hmm.
Your watch also passes uneventfully. You see, you kind of just watch the stars. You catch a glimpse of a comet that streaks overhead, just for a second, and then it vanishes.
And that comet is Ho-Oh.
Ho-Ho's not the star Pokemon, that's Jirachi.
No, I know. But like,
Ho-Oh makes rainbows.
listen. You don't have to know things.
But your watch, again, passes pretty uneventfully.
Whoa,
And
Roxy. Come on. Up here.
in the pre-dawn twilight, where the sky turns from black to just a slightly lighter bluish purple color, you head back into the tent to wake Sky up for their watch.
We have entered the twilight realm.
Nudge Sky.
Yeah, Sky goes out to take watch.
Alright.
I flopped down.
It is still considered dark, so as a
God damn
human, you are also at disadvantage.
I'm gonna botch. I did not. I have a
No,
13.
you didn't. That actually was not bad. So you take your watch and you settle, and as you're settling down with your back to the pole that holds up the rain flap on the one side, you hear rustling behind you in the taller grass. And then it stops. And then you hear it again.
I think Sky would basically be holding on to one of the stars on the robe and would stand up and take a look.
Alright,
Go over and take a look.
okay. Sorry, brother was in the room.
It's okay.
So you turn and you see the large hulking form of a bear, but as its neck tapers down to what you would think would be a bear head, instead there are the large black eyes and beak of an owl. And it is staring directly at you.
Yeah,
Lord.
Sky's gonna toss that star,
Alright.
which I assume would wake everyone up because explosions.
Yeah, probably. Let me grab that page. Did I mark it? I hope I did. Yeah, I did. Go me. Okay. So there's not a roll for you, it's just an attack.
Yeah, it's not a roll, it's just damage.
Okay.
Speaking of, go ahead and roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I'm doing that correctly. Hold on a second. That'll be 17 damage.
Alright. Let me get my calculator out once more. Alright. Okay. It lets out this terrible combination of a roar and a shriek and stumbles back and looks absolutely livid, or as close to livid as an owl can get. Everybody roll initiative now.
Oh yeah.
It's 14.
Let me see. What
I got a 14.
bonuses.
So did the owl bear.
Well, the owl bear can suck my dick.
Alright, +2.
Oh shit. Oh.
I got 16.
Alright.
So I got a die that fell under the table.
Excellent.
Well, roll it again.
Oh. That obviously means a nat 20.
Yes.
Automatically.
See, you're not too wrong. Just not natural.
Oh my god.
17 plus 3, yeah.
God damn.
So
Let me find. You can edit out my fatty grunts, right?
I can.
Are you going to?
We'll see.
I'm sorry, did Strider tell me what his initiative was? Was
20.
it the 20? Okay, making sure. I didn't know if that was like the next roll or what. Alright, cool.
No, it was 17 plus 3.
Okay, cool. Alright. So it is Folks' turn then. You hear a sudden explosion and then a terrifying, unnatural sound of two different animals' voices being used at once.
Okay, everyone, it's time to wake up.
Give me 1 second because I forgot what my abilities are.
It has been a month.
It's been a lot longer than that.
Yeah, for combat.
Yeah, I'm doing a quick
For
refresher.
combat, yeah.
For combat, that's true.
Well, yeah, I got combat, and then I'm going like, what spells do I have? I don't even know what you do.
Especially since you earned a whole bunch last time.
Yeah, I swapped out one and got a new one.
Yep.
Alright, so once I get up, what is it that I see, if I can see anything?
Well, You're in the tent.
Oh. Alright,
uh,
well,
so so
I,
mostly you just see like dark green tarp.
alright, well, I'm gonna leave the tent.
All right, you leave the tent and you see a sky standing right by the uh, the rain flap just outside of its range, uh, clutching onto their cloak of stars, and about 20 to 30 feet away, there is an owl bear staring you both down and looking livid.
If I use the dash action, could I get up to the owl bear?
Yeah, because the tent only took up like maybe 5 feet of your movement.
Alright, I'm gonna use a key point to use Step of the Wind,
Okay.
and that'll allow me to move fast.
Yep, yep.
That
How to
allows
go
me to
fast?
dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I kind of just charge in, and I will do a running jump kick at the bear, or owl bear.
Uh, all right, roll an attack for me.
That is uh 15.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay. 5. I will,
Alrighty.
I will spend another key point to turn that into a stunning strike.
All right, and that is a Constitution check on my point, on my part.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that is a 10, so I assume it's stunned.
It is stunned until.
Alrighty.
It's not stunned
Your
for
next.
long. It's stunned until the end of my next turn,
Okay. Right. Right. Cool. So it is stunned.
Nice.
All
which
right. I'm
has its
gonna.
own set of rules that I need to see.
Let me see if I've got that in my player's handbook.
It's incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saves, and all attack rolls have advantage against the creature.
Cool.
Cool.
So
I'm excited.
I
Which
also
makes me
have
only gonna.
the extra attack feature.
Okay. You want to attack it again?
For this, I'll pull out the dagger of venom.
Okay.
I
Roll me.
can't envenom it yet because that costs
Okay.
an action.
All right. Roll me an attack to stab it.
Not natural 20.
All right. Uh, Go ahead and roll damage for me then.
6.
6. Alrighty. Cool, cool. It is not looking great, partially because it can't move and it's kind of just twitching a little in place as it's trying to get its muscles to work the way it wants it to. And also because, it got exploded and stabbed. It's not happy. Alright, and now it is Gawain's turn.
I'm excited. Hopefully this won't fail. Alright, so I'm guessing he steps out of the tent and him and Guinevere both. And how far away is the creature?
It's about 30 feet.
Alright. And what does stun give for me here?
It gives you an advantage on your attack.
Okay. So what he's gonna have or do is he's gonna tell Guinevere to go run and swipe at it, and charge at it.
Alright, roll me an attack for Guinevere then.
Okay. 14. Okay, so 14 plus 6 is 20.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage for me.
Okay. And he said he automatically fails strength saving throws.
Yes,
Strength
this
and
is
dexterity.
Alright, well, he's prone now.
okay, so he's prone and
He's
stunned,
been knocked over.
which You can't double advantage something.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not when it's like similar reasons why it's got
Yeah.
advantage against, maybe like if it was
Alright.
poisoned or something, like maybe, but
Hold on. So what was that damage for me?
hold on. I gotta see if I can hit the thing.
Okie
5 damage,
dokie.
and since she knocked him prone, she can get a bite attack as a bonus action.
Alright. Go ahead and roll
I'm
with
so
advantage.
excited to do this. You just don't know.
Bear versus cat. Let's go. Lions and tigers and owlbears. Oh my.
I have to get another die for this. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. That is 6 damage.
Nice. It is looking displeased. Alright. So that is your turn, yes?
I guess so. The animal combat's complicated.
I understand.
He does get extra attacks, so like if you want to consider that one of his attacks, he could still go, I guess.
Uh,
Depends on, it's up to you.
let's give Sky a turn.
Okay.
Alright, so it is Sky's turn.
Oh, it's Sky's turn. Alright,
Sky's turn.
Sky's gonna cast Chill Touch,
Alright.
which is a ranged spell attack.
Okie dokie.
So that is...
Remember, you have advantage.
Alright. Okay. That is a non-natural 20.
Alright. So that hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
And that is 2d8, because we're at 5th level.
Nice.
8 damage.
Alright. It is looking beat to shit. This buddy is on his last legs already.
He rolled up to the wrong party.
He did. He was like, oh look, this person who's just sitting out here. Let me eat them. Oh wait.
Oh wait, they have
Suddenly
explosives.
Suddenly ninja.
Alright. And now it would have been the owlbear's turn, but it is stunned and prone, so there's nothing it can do about that.
Nothing you can do at all. They can't take actions.
Nope. So it is Folks' turn again.
Sweet. Alright. I'm going to just kind of stomp on it repeatedly.
Oh! Alright, roll an attack for me.
I'm going to be using both. I'm going to use a key point for flurry of blows after this, mind you.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to attack.
You have to.
I mean, I'm going back to sleep right after this anyway, so I'm getting my points back. So I'm going to make my first attack. And it is a melee attack, so I have advantage because prone.
Well, he'd have advantage anyway.
No, he's not stunned anymore.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Whatever.
Fuck!
Did you fucking drop it again?
I dropped the other one.
God damn it, Strider.
Boy!
That is an actual 20 though.
Nat 20, goddamn.
Nice. Roll damage for me, motherfucker.
And
10?
yep, the first one does 10.
Okay.
Second one, that's a not natural 20.
Okay.
I almost rolled crit dice. It was 6.
Alright.
Third attack.
Ah! You hear, as you are stomping down, its neck snap. And it goes limp underneath Guinevere. And it is dead. It is Daniel. But I mean, you can keep stomping on it if you want.
Well, I do exactly that. I kind of just do a combo at that point. and finish it off by like kicking it away.
Stop. All right. The owl bear, Guinevere hops off of it as folks kicks it, and it just rolls down the hill it was on, kind of pathetically. It's real sad. But you have successfully passed your first night out on the road with only
Da da da.
with only a minor hiccup, and that gets you 700 XP.
Ah,
Nice.
Yep,
hella.
yep.
I like expa.
X.
But not Windows XP. Windows XP.
XP
Hey.
was okay.
I don't know
was-
why I censored that one.
Yeah, why
What?
did you? What
I
the
mean,
fuck?
XP could have been Vista, you know.
That
don't
is
talk
fair.
about
Vista
Vista.
also sucked.
X, but more like execution points.
Got him.
Stop making fun of the thing I was stuck with for like 10 years.
I
No,
make
I
fun
meant
of
like
it.
EXP. I was making an Undertale joke. Because they're called execution points in that game. I'm sorry.
Fine.
I failed you all.
No,
I
you
also-
didn't.
I also was defending XP because it was genuinely a good operating system.
It wasn't terrible, but nowadays it's just like, ugh.
Well, I
old.
mean, yeah, it's running on old hardware. That's the hardware that can keep up with it. And it's poorly optimized now.
Yep. But at least it's not Windows 10.
I, too, am poorly optimized.
I've been enjoying Windows 10, except for the occasional time where Microsoft does that thing where they just like, hey, we're just gonna break everything for a few minutes. But when it works, it's really nice, very clean.
You mean like when they update against your will, when they tell you that your update thing is broken?
Mm,
Yeah, that's always great.
That happened to Windows 7 users like me.
yeah, Windows 7 and 8 got a sudden surprise update post support.
Yeah, that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it had,
Yeah, no, I just refused to use Windows 8 because I didn't want to be forced to use a touchscreen computer. I was like, no. No thanks.
well, 8.1 kind of did away with the trying to make it feel like a Surface Pro.
Wow,
Alright,
it's
tech
almost
nerd.
as if they realized it was a bad idea.
It was a bad idea, yeah.
Anyway, since we're obviously off track, I think that's where we're going to end tonight because it is 11 where I'm at.
Me
Yeah.
too.
You survived our
Survived
first night out. And we're
Survived
ending
your
on
first night
We
out.
didn't dead. What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Editing Kim. There were a couple of, like, false ends to the episode this time around. And, I don't have everyone's footage. I don't even have my, like, audio for all of this. So, I cut the last couple of minutes out, and I'm just gonna very quickly recap, which is essentially that they cut up the bear and figured out how they were going to try and sell it. And that's all you need to know. Didn't miss anything. There were no, like, standout jokes. It's fine. Okay. Cool. Bye.